Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of Satisfactory Update 8. Today I get the factory, the bones of it, together and start to organize myself that way. I get a couple more constructors up, organize a couple of things, but mostly it's getting towards getting the factory up. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for all the support. The likes, the views, the comments. Thanks for it all. I definitely it helps and it lets basically all of us YouTube creators know that there's someone out there that just wants to watch it, and you're getting something out of it and you're getting some knowledge. Thank you very much, and thanks to all my previous supporters of the channel, friends, family, all the rest of that. Thanks a lot. Doing pretty good on the barrel nuts. Don't use too many of those in the beginning of the game myself, as long as I don't take on 2 hogs at the same time. If you go taking on 2 of those guys at the same time, you're going to run into trouble. 1, no big deal. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Stab, stab, stab. Okay, 116. We're doing good. And this will have that. Okay. I still got, yeah, I do. Let's go see how much. And only 147. So I really need to get more. Limestone working. This thing's only running at 67%, so that's really horrible. Is what that is. I have more miners on me. I have enough. Do I got enough to run power? Power lines, yeah. MK poles, yeah, I do. You know what? We're gonna go for it. We need a lot of concrete. It's basically it's the foundation of your buildings. So you are 260, you're 121. Well, so this is what I mean by lush green forests. Yeah, I remember the desert was like 2 to 3 leaves, and yet the lush forest and whatnot, yeah, much more. Do I gotta take anybody out? Looking pretty clear over there. Just this guy. Hey, buddy. Come on. Come on. After they charge, they'll do a circle, and then it's kind of a finesse to get them to spin and look at you. And when they spin and look at you, it's like they hang out there for a sec. You can run forward and stab them. It's a dance. You have to get used to it. But you'll notice I'm not. I don't know. I would. My wife calls me extremely good at it. Because whether I'm dodging bears in Icarus or whether I'm dodging hogs in this, it's the same mechanic. It's the same. Impure. Oh, that's horrible. Where is that other one? Come on. 176. Kind of across the water. Oh, that looks like a graphics glitch, doesn't it? Well, what happened there? Ooh, 60 coal. Wow. How big is this node? Aha! And there's no coal node underneath it. Why is the water? That's a neat little graphics glitch. Wonder if that's from the update. My water isn't usually that bad. I wonder what happened there. Ultra motion blur. That didn't help. Huh. Oh, really? So those guys got to be treated a little differently. And I might as well grab the power slug because I cleared him out. Power slugs are used later.
The semi-slug seems to emit unfamiliar energy readings which could potentially be retrofitted into fix-it technology. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Okay, gotta be here. Please be good. Normal. Well, I'm just gonna have to deal with that. It's a bummer. But, oh well. There you are. There we are. New type of fruit. There's pale berries in most of the forested lands. Green, anywhere there's green, sort of foresty looking stuff, you'll find pale berries. Those emit 3 little bugs, and then they come after you. And I don't really want to take them on with a little Xeno Zapper. No thanks. From there, I will go to here. And you don't really want to go across the water. Really would like to know what happened to my water here. Something wrong with that. Oh, neat. Okay. Come on. There we go. Should work to here. Yeah. Okay, so I can go here. There. Here. Now, when placing conveyor belts and the foundations here, they do have a name. They are actually called conveyor poles. Okay, but it's foundation works because it's the foundation of the the conveyor belt. But when placing these, remember, before you press your mouse button, you can turn this. Okay, if you want to go organization purposes later on in the game, I do use that quite a bit. Once you press the left-hand mouse button, you can move up. Okay, you can no longer mouse wheelie, so you're going to have to make your angle or your turn before you press the left mouse button, and then if you press the left-hand mouse button again, you will place it down. So that's kind of how that works. You can go to the maximum distance that your conveyor belt will run, and it'll go red. You just go just within the blue, raise your mouse up as high as you can go, and then you're not running your conveyors into things. Now I'm going to run into a power problem with this, of course, because I do not have enough power at this position to run this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to consolidate my power. I have enough power lines to do this. So what I do is I end up moving the biofuel generator. I got Icarus in my head. The biomass burner. Too many games, too many parts and pieces. Okay, so if I hook this up right now, I'd be toast. I would run over because this guy's running at 30. You know, yeah. I just don't want to. I don't want to run into a problem. I am going to put a merger on this line, right where it turns blue. We're good. And then I'm going to run this. Clipping or not, don't care, because I'm going to be moving the biomass burner. So as long as I got enough mats for another biomass burner, which I do, I'm now going to, and I got 100 power lines. So let's run it off this guy. And we'll just stay up on top. Now, as you run your power pole too far, let's see if I can do this for you. See where it goes wire too long, turns red? Okay. So, I mean, they do have a distance that they can go. It's a fair distance. As I understand it, we have new power poles. We have basically transmission towers in this now, which is the large, almost like a... Well, it's basically the stuff you see going down, well, large transmission lines. Resource corridors. In and around your city, it'll be the thing that's running down the resource corridor. Or they're called resource corridors. They have acronyms that cities use for them. All sorts of different classifications and such. But basically it's large transmission lines. Okay, so I can run you into you. Then I'll run another burner. Let's turn you the same way. You are this way. And run you side by side, like so. Okay, now you're both... Okay, I goofed that up. There, and you into you. And let's fill you up. So now we bumped ourselves up. We are now at a capacity of 130, max consumption of 88. So I am more than good to get rid of this biomass burner that's way over here. One of the only reasons I put it there is just because of the mat cost, the material costs of all of these power poles running over there. That was pretty much the only reason. I do a lot of constructing to deconstruct in the beginning of the game. To me, I don't really care. It is what it is. I want to waste time. My reasonings for wanting to waste time is so that these little sections can build up materials. Because it really just takes time at this point in the game. It's just a time sink to get this thing to run, 30 cables per minute. It's not making enough wire. Obviously, I've got a backup here. So the plan is to put in more constructors and all the rest of that. That is the plan. But at the time that I first built it, I had a power constraint. I didn't have enough power to do that. So that's where running... okay, I got to connect this up now. Running... Oh, yeah, okay, I can delete you. And then you can hook to you. Okay. So we are 193. Nice. Okay. That'll work. And this will eventually fill up with limestone And then I'll be making more limestone out of here. This will be running at 100%. Okay. Let's pick that up. We'll have at least one stack of it. Okay. So we're looking okay. I gotta get more constructors, more for the copper area, because I'm only. I mean, I'm doing okay. For the beginning of the game, I'm doing just fine. The big one to me is the limestone, because that's what's going to make all of the foundations. And until I get all them foundations run, I don't get my floor of my factory, which, by the way, will be right about here. Because, yeah, this is about the tallest dune around. Yeah, this will go good. Okay. So I face myself looking to the west here, will work. And I just line up. Okay. Oops. Ha. Can't get on it. And I messed up already anyways, so. Okay. So either one of these will work. Okay. So from here, we're going to run one of you. You go there. So, ground floor of the factory, I run it on a 1 meter. Okay, so I got as much room as possible. These will turn into stairways eventually, and then I run 1 meter out in every direction. And this is my ground floor of my factory. Now, I will put every 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't need to, like I was saying earlier. The come on, there. I'm going to switch to vertical build mode, and that's one of my feet. So I go 10 spaces in between. So, you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I will do the same thing the other way. Boom, 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 boom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that one actually comes off. Now there's a reason why I do this spacing. This is something I just wanted to show here. So a little hard to kind of finagle it there. So I'll go down. Now, when I build the stairways later on, you get like industrial looking stairways. They're metal with handrails. And you get those out of the fix-it shop. I was explaining before that there's, I call it tech. There's 3 kinds of tech in this game. So what I will do is I will build the ground floor of my factory this way. And then I run stairways around this pillar. So that every 10 I have stairways going up. Now to start with, I just use, you know, like anyone else, I just use the ramps until I get, you know, the factory kind of settled. Okay, and then I have the ground floor. So the ground floor, let's go back to, oops, let's go back to vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, from there, I will put another floor up here. Oops, sorry. Should have changed my build mode. And I will go out by 10. So that should line up with... Oh, change to vertical. And that should line up with that. And that's why I use 10. Oops, I went one too many. There we go. So the reasoning for using the 10 theory is so that I can just now, to start out with, am I going to run out? No, I should be okay. I don't normally do it this way. I do it section by section, but I'm just trying to show you guys how my thinking is. Vertical zoop, and I will go. See, you'll notice when you start the zoop function, you notice how it says foundation 1 meter times 10 there under the current building in the middle of the screen. So you know you've gone 10 squares in between, and then change this to vertical, and then that goes vertically up. Ta-da! And this is how I build my factory. And I do things in sections inside these 10 by 10, 100 square foundation areas. Okay, and that's, I don't know, it's how I organize. This game basically forces you to organize, because if you don't, you end up with a big spaghetti mess at the end of things. I'm not gonna jump off that. That's probably a little too. So build that one. I'm going to switch to that. And I'm going to... I can probably jump off that. Oh, you get good fishing? My wife's been fishing, by the way. She got home from work and wanted to fish, so she's been fishing on Valheim. Okay, so that'll go down. Now, I want this to actually line up here rather than where I was. And then that one there. And I'm going to run into a power pole clipping here, but I don't really care. All this gets moved, maneuvered, taken away. It all gets changed. This all turns into stairway. So this now becomes like a stairway to get up to the first level of the foundations and whatnot in the factory floor. So my organization. Raw commodities come in underneath this floor, down on the ground, okay? They will come in the bottom of the factory, the bottom of the walls. There will be walls at the end of this. And sometimes I put, concrete ribs, and I make them look kind of cute, but that's later on. This is the, basically the bones. This is the foundation of the factory. And how big I make it, I don't know. I normally, in the past, have written down on like a spreadsheet or a piece of paper, okay, this section is iron, this section is copper, these sections, off to the west, night, hon. These sections off to the west have commonly, because this slopes down and gives me lots of room, this has commonly been where the train stations are. I have pictures, and maybe I'll float one past the screen when I'm doing this. I have pictures of the way I used to have to do trains before the switches were put in. And I used to come in with 4 lines coming in, and each train had its own railway. It had its own rail line. The whole entire thing, all the way through the map board, was all one train for one rail. Now I can mix them up, and because I got switches and all the rest that they've put, it's awesome. Awesome. But now I can switch stuff up, which is really cool. Oh, I'm out of concrete. So to me, this is like a modular factory. So commodities will be coming in on the bottom. They will be going up to what I call my first floor. I mean, this is the basement, if you want to call it that, right? So I go up to my first floor. And on this floor, I have evener systems. My concept there are 3 different levels of mines in this game. There is the impure, the normal, and the pure. You don't get an entire area filled with impures so that every mine is exactly the same. No, each mine is different. Now, you could either mix your belts and bring from, say, these two mines, an impure and a normal, and then you add up the numbers, and then you're able to fill belts and bring them in. Okay. I like having each mine, each node, each resource node, on its different miner and conveyor. Okay? My reasoning for this is not at the beginning of the game. Beginning of the game, who cares? I mean, come on. You're running impures with MK1 miners. It's a joke. Okay, but later on in the game, okay, that impure with an MK3, and if you happen to have it overclocked, well, now that changes the story. And then on top of that, when you get MK5 belts. Okay, all of these numbers change, is my point. Now, you could crash your entire factory, rebuild sections of it. Okay, alrighty. You go ahead. I build a system in the beginning of the game to where I can upgrade the belts throughout the game, upgrade the miners, upgrade it. And the system I put in from the beginning handles all of that right to the end of the game. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Okay. It has a little bit of logistics to it. It has a little bit... I still didn't grab any concrete, did I? It has a little bit of... And it's not perfect. Okay, not by any means. But what I do is I calculate all of my incoming. And because I use an evener system, which is I will show you, I have looked over the years on YouTube to see other people have come really close to what I made up. And I really wish I could show you my map number 1, which was my 2019 when the game first came out. I was early access. I was right in there. The first time this game ever came out, I was right there. I loved it. Right from the beginning, I was playing Factorio out in the oil field tons, and then I heard this game was coming out, and I just, wow. I mean, I could not get enough. Okay, so we're at 98%. Nice. Why are we at 98? We should be at 100 because we're filled. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, I can run another constructor, is what I can do. Do we have enough? 93, 100. A constructor would cost another 4. This isn't going to be the cutest thing I've ever done, but it will do. Go here. A splitter. Can we fit it? Nope. Okay. Let's redo some things here. Merger. Right at the height. As soon as I can get it. Come on. Come on. Oh. You don't want to go on there. Okay, so I can put you there. Can I fit one down here? No, I can't. Okay. So we're going to get rid of you. Okay, and there. And then... let's put you there. Is that enough? Oh. Somehow I messed that up. Okay, well then. Let's do that. There. That should be a more gentler slope. The merger. We'll get rid of you now. The merger can go... oh, come on, it was on there. There it is. Right there. And the splitter can go here. Here's the thinking. We merge the two belts here, and then I pull to there. Okay, so that this comes in. We merge these two belts. Is that not working? Okay, it's working now. Woohoo! We're going. We're good. We're golden. We got 3 out of 4 there, so we're going to have to drag a line Right in between these two boys. One there, one there. You are now concrete. You get changed. And I could probably throw foundations down for this whole thing, but I just... It's all going to get deleted in a bit anyways. So that'll go there. Let's go you there. Oh. Oh, come on. There we go. And... merger. And then we come out of there, and we go into there. Okay. So, we should be concrete there. Concrete there. And you're not running. Ha! Yeah, it didn't like it. Okay, I might have to foundation the whole thing. So, here's a good argument for why you should do foundations in your factory. Okay, here's your example 101. Because when you build on uneven ground, belts just don't fit all the time. They just don't. So, watch the change. And it'll be immediate. Okay, let's change this to zoop. Zoop, zoop. Okay, and let's put a third one in. Like so. Okay, we're going to change you to... we're going to put the power. Let's go over here with it. Power pole there. We'll put one in the middle. We'll hook that up. And that'll hook to that. Okay. So now we're coming 2 lines into a merger. Okay. Then that, let's zoop, zoop, zoop. Let's put that there. So these two are coming into this merger so that we got 2 lines in. And then we're going to run a splitter off the ground. And actually, you know what? Let's stack and get rid of this. So now I have a merger in the air, floating. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of this. And oh, so we weren't, or were we? Well, maybe the merger actually connected it. But anyways, we're gonna put the merger. We got all the room in the world. Why cramp? We're gonna put the merger in the merger. Run this to there. Run that line to there. Standing right near this merger, we're going to look for. We're going to look forward, and we're going to have a splitter. Split, split. Okay, get rid of the bottom one. Now I'm putting this up in the air so that I can run underneath it. I mean, it's really nice not to have to run and jump over all of your conveyor belts and lines and everything. So now we have enough space to put. Constructor. Let's do one right in the middle. And then one on each side. And I should have the power for this. Of course, I'm still going to be up in the air with this one, but it doesn't matter. Okay, that goes to there. And this runs to there. Now, I'm sure I ran this power pole. Run that guy, and this one to run to here for these guys and this guy. We turn all of these to... Okay, now you can copy the settings. Control V. Control V. When you're going to be doing a lot of these and you haven't gotten to the blueprints yet, yeah. Excuse me. So now, off the middle one, we're going to run another merger. So now I want to aim that blue arrows forward. I can put this here. Yeah, that's close enough. Blue arrow forward. Get rid of the bottom one. Run that up to there. Run this up to here. Run that up to there. And then let's zoop ourselves a couple more of those. And we now have a storage bin. I don't have enough plates. Ha! I ran out of plates. That's hilarious. Okay, so we can dump you in there. Dump you in there. Yeah, we got lots. And I need plates. There's nothing else I can do about it. I can't pocket craft out here. I would have to put down a bench, and I don't have... I got copper ore on me. I got lots of copper ore, but I don't have any... Okay. So while I'm welling by here, I might as well fill this one up. And I never put power to it before because I didn't have the power, so now where am I going to get power from? Nope, that one's full. So I'll run power from over here, and I'll run it there, and there, and we'll get this running. Okay, 100 there, 100 there, okay. Now I do need to expand this, by the way, okay, because I've got 3 feeding 1, and it's just not, not enough. But I'm going to get a stack of that before I go. And whatever I got here. Okay, good enough. A couple stacks. Off to get plates. So now, that is one section. Now, I don't do modular factories, whereas, I mean, I've seen some YouTubes over the years, because this is one, like, I mean, a lot of other games, I don't watch YouTubes at the beginning of the game, where I'm first playing the game, because I really want to, you know, figure it out and all the rest of that. But once I've been playing a game for a while, I will watch quite a few YouTubes. And I've watched other people make modular factories, and they're neat. It's neat stuff. One guy comes to mind is Nilaus. I do not know how to say his name. I hope I didn't butcher that too badly. But I've been watching him for quite a while. I think you can see who I've subscribed to on my channel, and you'll see that I'm subscribed to him. Absolutely. Great guy. Well, I actually don't, okay, I don't know him, but great videos, great stuff he's put out over the years. Great stuff. But he makes modular factories, which is neat. I mean, I thought they were kind of neat, but it's not what I want to do. That's the great thing about this game, personally, is that I can play it my way, he can play it his way. We end up with the same sort of thing. We end up with a factory that builds stuff, right? We just get there a different way, which is really neat, because as I'll show you how I put mine together, I start with sections, and like I said, this is the iron section. Then there's the copper section. Then there's the limestone section. Then there's the train stations. Then there's the, and each one of these raw commodities coming in takes up a whole section. And everyone's like, well, what do you mean? It's not that big. Yeah, actually it is. When I finish what I'm doing, it ends up, I don't know whether I want to call myself a mega factory, because I don't build, like 10,000 turbo motors per minute. I don't do that. I figure out how many turbo motors I really need. And I mean, in the end, my storages are full, and the sink is getting, sink materials. And I've got, I think in the one, I got all the statues out of the sink, out of the, in the special here. I got, where is it? I got all the statues. So, I mean, if I've got all the statues and I've got everything, what am I... I don't want to say it's a waste. I mean, I think there's some really awesome-looking factories out there that have done, some incredible builds. Like, I don't know, 1,000 water for, 2 million megawatts worth of nuclear power, and, oh, man, some of the videos that come, they're just awesome. No, they are. They're great. They're fantastic. I'm a little more conservative that way, I guess. I mean, I build what I need to build. I always try and stay ahead of my power. Right now, I'm cutting it really close. I think I should be over. I should be in trouble now. Yeah, max 105, capacity 100. But I'm only running half, which I know I can get away with for a little bit, as long as things are moving a little slow with the level 1 belts and whatnot. But now I'm making, and I mean, I can even go in here and go rob these if I really want to. And then rob the storage, and then continue to build my factory. Then eventually I move this stuff into there, which is what happens. I think that is pretty much my next step. Now, oops. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Rub your feet. Okay. Come on. Come on. Charge again. Come on. Come on. Go over the hill. Come on. There you go. Haha. I charged too quick. I thought I'd kill him with that shot, but I didn't. And I go that high because later on when I tap these, it's really close. I might have gone one short. I might have been. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Because I do end up tapping all the mines. Sometimes I will condense on impures. I'll condense 2 impures because of the way the numbers work out later on. Okay. Let's go check a look. Take a look. Take a check. Right. So that'll pretty much fit. The one down there will absolutely fit, but this one will pretty much fit right underneath this first level. So that any miners and whatnot across the map board that I'm going to tap for this pretty much fit underneath there. I mean, I can almost space it from here that when I finally get to, say, that copper mine over there, see, it pretty much hides right underneath all of my foundations. And that's the general thinking when I do this. If I build all the way out to there, which I doubt, that's a little too far. But later on, we get into coal production, for power. We get into fuel production, power. We get into turbo motors. Remember, I build in one place and bring everything back to the one place. It ends up being a mega factory. It is kind of neat. I don't know. It's the way I envision it. It's the way I play Factorio as well. It's all about the organization when it comes to either one of these games. It really comes down to organizing yourself right from the beginning so that you... let's put that one in. You go away. Come on. There you go. Let's turn that back to default. You go there. You go there. I'm pushing my middle mouse button to change the build as to what I'm building. And I'll just put you on the end of there. There we go. Yeah, it's really right from the beginning, it comes down to organization personally. So then what happens? I'd really like to get into stairways before I go too far on these foundations, because these are annoying. But above this, so this is where I organize. Raw materials come in the bottom. Lines from all over, trucks, trains, all the rest of that fun stuff, and it feeds all the raw materials up into the floor of this area. Say let's make this the iron area. So all the iron, no matter how it comes in, and I'll be honest, I don't usually use trucks. I got annoyed with them in the first year of the game. They were a little buggy back then. They were a little, the pathing was a little weird. Now they have totally fixed it, and I have seen like some phenomenal builds and whatnot that have used the truck transport system. kind of like how I didn't bother with biomass and whatnot until I could get the chainsaw. I don't bother with trucks because I can do it with trains, or I can bring in, and then I don't have pathing issues. Then I don't have to build for the trucks. The vehicle system is awesome in this game now. It really is. I've watched other people used it. In a playthrough on a server that we used, a buddy of mine, Pyro, used it. Used the trucks to great advantage. And then eventually we get trains. I find the transition from trucks to trains, I find it to actually be fairly quick. It's a lot slower to go from trains to drones, which is really late game for me anyways. I don't usually get to drones too quick. They take quite a bit of materials. They take quite a bit to get there. It's quite a lot of time. It's a lot of building. And it's just me, I guess, or maybe it's everybody. I don't know. But I find that I skip right past trucks. I use a lot of belts, though. Okay, so I'm going to shut down this episode. I just noticed the time. Thank you for joining me for this episode. If you're liking it, please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Do the thing. And chat. I love all the chats, the comments. It helps me to engage with the audience that's out there and the subscribers that are subscribing to the channel and watching my videos and whatnot. Other than that, we shall see you in the next one. And I don't know, till next time.